We enjoy the Alabama football talk each and every Wednesday night with Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. Join him on his show, The Way It Is, Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 Central Time, Fox 97.9. All right, Stephen, the passing game, if we need to pick on something, that would be the area of concern to a certain extent, of course, because of always having the lead in the game, except for early at 7-3, even when it was only 10-7 and 13-7, being so comfortable with the play of the defense and the running game. Jalen Hurts not asked to do too much. Still, 10 of 19 for 96 yards marks the fourth consecutive game in which Hurts has not passed for at least 150 yards. So I'm thinking that's something with Fresno State and Colorado State on the schedule next would be a point of emphasis.
It would be a point of emphasis, but not just him in the passing game, Mark. The offensive line, you got to get more physical. Now, I understand Florida State was a physical defense. Clemson's defense was pretty physical. Washington, take your cap off to Chris Peterson. Washington had a pretty physical defense, very physical defense. Even Florida, in the SEC championship game, Austin Appleby and that offense was terrible. But that Florida defense with, the guys they had over there last year with Caleb Brantley and Jared Davis, those guys are some studs. So the last couple of games, Alabama's not playing boo-boo the fool. They're playing some pretty stout defenses. So when you look at the Crimson Tide, starting with the offensive line, physicality is key, and Brent Key has preached that message until he's been purple in the face. But Alabama has got to take hold of that message, especially of the likes of Matt Womack and Lester Cotton, Jonah Williams, Bradley Bozeman, Rosh Pierschbaker, all five of those guys, and even Jedrick Wills, who's the co-starter at right tackle with Matt Womack. These guys have got to be physical. They've got to put a man on a man and drive these guys off the football. But more importantly, where Jalen Hurts is concerned, is continuing to go through those progressions. I know there were times where Jalen, he sees one read, and if it's not there, you pull the ball down and run with it. Or you see one read, if it's not there, you run a little bit and then you throw the ball away. But he's got to show that patience in the pocket, step up, feel his way in the pocket. If Calvin Ridley's not there, take your eyes, move somewhere else. If Robert Foster's there, get him the football. If Cam Sims is there, Jerry Jeudy, check it down to a running back. Move your eyes from point A to point B to point C. And I know it's sometimes difficult because you have a 2 to 3 to 4 second window to release the football before the pressure comes and the defense gets to you. But if you're walking up to the line of scrimmage and you see your pre-snap reading, and in your mind you're thinking, okay, I got one-on-one here, but the one-on-one here is tight here, and you feel like you're not going to complete that pass, then take your eyes, go to option 2, go to option 3, or check the ball down. He's got to consistently work his way through those progressions that will be taken in full effect the next 2 weeks as Alabama prepares for a Vanderbilt team that, Derek Mason, he's got a defense over there, and he's done a good job calling that defense. Kyle Shermer, Ralph Webb, they got some pieces on offense under Andy Lutwig, but that Vanderbilt defense last year played really well, and they got some pieces coming back. So you got to be prepared in that passing game the next 2 weeks to face the Commodores in Nashville.